What is going on, man? We have Down Generation on the phone with us. What's going on, buddy?
How's it going, man? How you doing?
Doing all right, man. So, a word on the street says you are filming a rock video.
Yeah, Sunday we're going to be shooting a video for the song called Self-Destruction.
Oh.
So
how does that? That doesn't sound like it ends well.
It doesn't end too well. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I mean, I guess if you do that one right, it would be low budget because no one survives the self-destruction. You know, it's like.
Yeah, exactly. Man.
You're like, oh, I got all you motherfuckers.
Yeah, right. You're all done.
So what's up, man? Tell us, introduce yourself and tell everybody about Down Generation.
All right. Well, yeah, my name is Jason Shakes West.
Now, is that Shakes? Is that because of alcohol?
Well, originally it was. I've been sober for a few years, but yeah, that nickname did come.
Yeah, everybody I've ever known with that name, it was alcohol. So I had to ask. Sorry.
Oh yeah. It used to be bad. It was
I can imagine if you got a nickname that stuck because of it, dude. I can imagine. But go ahead, man. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah, you're all good. Yeah. So. Yeah, I kind of founded Down Generation.
Oh, right on.
I think it was like last year, maybe the beginning of last year or kind of the end of the year before. But yeah, basically, I had just I'm a drummer who's played in like the Murder Dolls, Wednesday 13, Sebastian Bach for a while. So
what was it like? What was it like jamming with Sebastian Bach, dude? That has to be ridiculous.
Oh, it was crazy, man. It was I had grown up a Skid Row fan,
right,
in my younger years, and of course still am. But yeah, when I got the call for that gig, that was pretty tripped out. I was like, man, I can't.
That dude just has always come across as like touched, like that dude's not all there. You know what I mean? It's like I can never put my finger on it, but there was always something that told me like, ooh, that guy.
Yeah, he's pretty wild dude.
Right? Yeah.
Cool. I got along with him good, and we were opening for Guns N' Roses on both of these tours that I did with them.
Oh wow.
And so yeah, being able to play in the arenas and stuff like that, opening for GNR, that was a trip.
Yeah. Now is that here recently? The last Guns N' Roses tour, the reunite.
No, not the last one. I did one in 2007, and then one in 2000.
Oh, okay, the Chinese Democracy stuff.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool,
yeah,
cool.
With the other band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Still though, you know what I'm saying? That's fucking incredible. I mean, Sebastian Bach, Axl Rose, dude. You don't get much bigger names than that, dude. Yeah,
there was times that I was hanging out with both of them, and I was just like, man, I can't believe I'm sitting here like talking shit with Axl Rose and Sebastian. Like, what world am I in right now?
Right? Yeah. He's like, oh my god. So what? Yeah, so now you put together Down Generation. After playing with those caliber people, what was it hard to put something together, or did it just fall right together?
No, this kind of fell right together because I've always played guitar since I was at a young age. So, and I've had a bunch of riffs. I've had some riffs with me since I think I wrote Self-Destruction when I was like 19 years old, and I've just I never forgot it and stuff. So I had recently just invested in some studio gear, and I'm starting to record here at home. So I was like, well, what better way to learn than try and start recording my own songs,
Yeah.
And I started doing that, and I asked my friend I play here in town in San Antonio, where I live. I play in an Iron Maiden tribute band too.
That's awesome.
Called Seventh Son. Yeah, and the singer of that band, he's just phenomenal, man. He's a great singer.
Well, if you're singing Bruce Dickinson stuff, you can't be a slouch, or you'll be on YouTube for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah. You don't want that.
No.
So,
have you seen those films? They're like, oh my god, this is the worst band ever. And did you see the one where the guy comes up and just slaps the guitar player because he's horrible?
I have seen that.
Oh, man. Just think about how bad you have to be for the singer to just walk over and slap you and go, I fucking quit.
Right in the middle of a gig.
Right, yeah. Like, fuck this.
Yeah, we definitely didn't want to be that.
No. Nobody does.
You know, it's all a good band, you know. So yeah, Mauricio, you know, he's a killer singer, and I just asked him about, you know, kind of downloading some vocals on these songs, just to,
right,
you know, just for fun. And man, it just started turning out so good, you know. I ended up, I was like, well, maybe I'll put out a solo record, and then you know, we just kept working on stuff, and I was like, why don't we just make it into a band? So I kind of came up with the name, and you know, and me and Mauricio are pretty much partners in it. You know, I wrote all the music on that EP, and then Mauricio came up with the lyrics and
right,
you know, the vocal melodies and stuff like that. You know, so yeah, that's pretty much how it was evolved. You know. And,
well, that's awesome.
Yeah, man. So the EP has been out for, I guess, I don't know, probably like almost a year now, I think. And we have never shot a music video yet, you know, just with everybody's schedules and all this other stuff going on. You know, it's just kind of hard to get happening. But yeah, we finally, you know, a few weeks ago, I started putting it together and actually came up with some time to actually get this done.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah, and it feels good too, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I can't wait for Sunday to get to work on it and stuff.
Yeah.
We got some good ideas for the video treatment and all that. So yeah, it should be pretty fun.
So what are your what's the plans for Down Generation after the music video? What do you got? What's coming up?
We were going to be writing, well, since, you know, we just, you know, the first album is an EP, it's only a full song EP. We're going to start getting in here and writing a whole record. So,
Killer.
You know, hopefully by the end of this year, you know, we should have pretty much a whole record written and recorded, you know.
Well, that's outstanding.
And ready for mix down. Yeah, I record everything over here, and then on the first EP, I had Brian Scott, who is the singer of a band called Union Underground,
mm-hmm.
who are actually they're just getting ready to kind of get back together, and they're going out to do some stuff. But you know, Brian is exceptional at, you know, studio stuff and mixing and all.
Is it that's the band that did Worlds Collide, right?
No. They did
damn
like
it,
South Texas Death Ride. They had that song for WWE Across the Nation. You know, they were along the same style, I guess, as Power Man. You know.
Oh yeah, Power Man.
A little. Yeah, Power Man 5000. That was who did Worlds Collide. Yeah.
Man, I feel dumb.
You know, yeah, it's you know, it's kind of you know, the same style, I guess. You know, but yeah, you know, so I had, you know, Brian, you know, did the mixing on it, and you know, it came out killer and stuff. So I'm not sure if we may work with him again on this full length, or you know, we'll see how it goes. You know, as we're writing it. You know, I want to concentrate on getting it written.
Yeah, there's always the option of once it's tracked, you can send it out here to Nashville. We kind of specialize in that stuff.
Oh yeah. Well,
now you got a friend in the business.
Yeah, now that I know somebody out there, you know, yeah, that's a possibility.
Oh, dude, we got more studios than Starbucks here in Nashville. I'm telling you. And
I imagine.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Dude, you trip, fall, and land on a studio, and the thing is, it's there's so many that it's like at these studios that were one time were like, 17 to 2K a day, now they're like, dude, I'll suck your dick for 25 an hour. It's like, oh shit. But hey, baby, you need to record. You come on over here, man. We'll treat you right. It's like walking down Hooker Alley, trying to look at these studios. Be like, I got a degree from SAE, baby. So,
yep. I hear you. Yep.
So,
yeah,
but
kind of strange how that changed like that.
What that translates to is you get that Nashville mixing and mastering for crackhead prices. So
right.
So I've been trying to get that set up for a while because I'm like, look, what a lot of people don't understand or don't realize is that in the industry, it doesn't matter where you track it. It usually gets sent here when you're done tracking.
Right.
It's like, oh, we recorded at Electric Ladyland. Yeah, but it was mixed and mastered at the Sound Kitchen. You know what I'm saying? So it's
right.
Great tracking facility, but that's only half the job.
Yeah, the mixing and mastering, that's a whole other world.
Yeah, that's like sending it off to the wizard.
Exactly.
I actually wired. I was on an electrician's crew that wired Ian D'Souza's house and his studio and his mixing and mastering suite and shit. He was on the phone with that dude from the fucking asshole with the English accent on the not America's Got Talent, the other one. I don't watch these shows, but
now I know what you're.
Yeah, the
American Idol or something.
Yeah, that guy, the English dude that went off, and I can't remember his name, but they were talking on the
Simon,
phone.
I think.
Yeah, Simon Cowell or something like that. The Sinister Simon.
Yeah.
Right. They were talking like literal business on the phone while we were like wiring lights and shit like that in his studio. It was surreal. But anybody that mixed Paul McCartney, is like, it's like, But those guys, that's the caliber of people we have here. Of course, I don't know anybody that can afford that guy, and I don't know if he does anything outside of labels anyway. But we got everything. We even got Michael Wagner here. Goddamn. So once you get it tracked and you want to. If you want to if you want to think about that as an option, man, just get in contact with me through Rachel, and we can talk.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. Like I say, that's a ways down the road. So
right.
Much thought into that yet, of course, but that is a thought to keep in mind for sure. Absolutely.
And then ta-da.
There you have
so, what do you? Obviously, you've been on the road with some pretty named bands. Are you planning on taking Down Generation out on that kind of tour circuit too?
Hopefully. I mean, we're just kind of getting our start. So, of course, we're trying to build up a fan base and all that stuff, and maybe try and get some label interest, or I've got a couple of people that want to help us out. So.
It's always good if those people have money. I have a ton of people that want to help me out too, but they're all as broke as I am, so it doesn't really help. So.
I do have some people with some money that are.
Oh, dude, that's the fucking friends to have right there.
Yeah, for real.
I love your friends.
I just got a call from a guy the other night, actually, who's out in Vegas, and he was talking to me about, he was like, whatever happened to that project? And, I guess he kind of got off Facebook here. And the last time he had saw on Facebook, I was actually recording the thing. So I was like, oh, it's out, dude. He's like, how many copies have you sold? I was like, well, not many, because, I'm just kind of doing it locally right now. I don't have anybody behind it or anything yet.
Right.
So, yeah, that's kind of what we were talking about, and maybe getting something going on. So I don't know, we'll see what happens, but
that'd be killer, dude.
Optimistic about it, Yeah, hopefully something goes down.
Yeah, and definitely you're gonna definitely have to come down here and play a show in the Nashville area, dude. I'll come and kick it with you. We'll party.
Oh yeah. It's been a while.
I don't care if you're party, and I don't care if you party with party favors or Starbucks coffee. I don't give a shit.
No, yeah. I do like the Starbucks coffee. Yeah.
Oh yeah. My wife's coffee's better. I'll bring you a thermos.
Oh, that sounds good too. I'm definitely a fan.
Oh yeah, I married an Italian woman. Her coffee's incredible.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. That does sound good. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, it's been a while since I played. I've played Nashville a few times with Wednesday 13 at the Exit Inn.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and that was a cool club. I always like going there.
Yeah. There's some cool people there.
Oh yeah, they got a nice venue over there. And
yep.
Yeah, everybody's super cool to us and stuff. So yeah, that was always fun going there.
So yeah, definitely when you come down here or over here, yeah, San Antonio's kind of like over there.
Well, yeah, kind of, yeah, it'd be up and over.
Yeah. So when y'all come on over here, man, let me know and we'll fucking party or something. I live out in the sticks in 11. Dude. Y'all can crash, your bus can crash here, whatever you want to do,
I like it. Yeah, man. Yeah.
There's 10 acres here. I got a pool, so,
Oh, man. That sounds cool for sure.
Yeah. So
a lot of the city and all the craziness,
If you're writing you're writing the music, right? You're playing drums in this band or guitar?
I played drums and all the rhythm guitars on this album.
Okay.
But live, I'm playing drums.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the next record that's coming up, are you going to do the same thing? Or are you going to write the majority of the music, or is it going to be more of a band effort?
It's going to be more of a band effort, but I am going to have quite a bit of my stuff in there, and we're just going to basically do it as a band. I have a few things that I want to demo out, of course, right now. I'm actually getting ready to start doing that. I'm actually having some computer issues with my studio right now, so I've been spending the day trying to figure that madness out. But
actually, Monday, I'm going to take my A+ certification test. So I've been going to school for computers for about a year now. So,
oh, no kidding.
Yeah. But, so I know about those problems. It's like, son of a bitch.
Oh, dude, yeah. And I'm not the greatest with them, so, it's...
Dude, you want a piece of advice? Find a kid right out of high school, dude, that's like mom and dad told him to get out, and he's, like, scraping by, and you can get him to fix anything on your computer for, like, $20. I'm serious.
Oh, yeah.
They all know that shit. They're coming out of high school knowing all that stuff. So I'm in there. I'm in this class. There's these kids right out of high school. They're like, and zipping through the shit that's taken me like months to understand. These kids are like born with this fucking knowledge nowadays. It's like, goddamn. And these computer kids, and they're all like, hey, well, how come you don't know this? I was like, fuck you. How come you don't get pussy? So
right?
Yeah. They're like, well, I knew this in high school. Yeah, they're going, well, I learned this in high school. I was like, well, I had threesomes in high school. Fuck you. Yeah.
That's hilarious, dude.
I get mad at them, dude, because they get this little fucking nerd arrogance and shit. Like, I'm superior. Right. I'm superior because I can converse with a machine better than you. And be like, bitch, I had sex this morning. I'm trying to get my wife to like let me like rub my shirt on her pussy or whatever and go to school and see who fucking can recognize that smell. I'm thinking only like 8 out of 30 is gonna get it.
Yeah, maybe quite a few of them haven't experienced that.
Is that a new cologne? No, go sit down. Go sit down and try to figure out why you're wrong.
Right. Oh, God, that's funny.
But the thing is that, we're there for computers, but man, they get me mad because they get this arrogance about them. Like, And I'm like, I'm like,
yeah, it's funny.
oh man.
Yeah.
So tell me, you went on the road with some of the fucking big names there. So you got to have some wild stories, dude. You got to tell me the first one that comes to your mind. What's the wildest thing you saw on the road?
Well, the wildest thing, I'm pretty a laid back dude, so I try to stay out of trouble even when I was partying as much as possible. I guess probably one of the craziest things, and I didn't even realize this until like a few years after sobering up from all the booze damage that I did over the years. But
wow.
I was thinking one day, and I was like, you know what? I actually jammed with Axl Rose one night. It was on the 2007 tour.
And he showed up. He
played,
didn't like.
It was an after party, a GNR after party at some pub. Like I want to say it was in the UK or something. It's been so long I don't remember. Well, I barely remembered it happening. But yeah, we were out there, just getting hammered at this after party, and they had like this funk band playing. Man. And me and Sebastian and Axl and Johnny Chromatic, Sebastian's guitar player, and a couple other guys got up and jammed. And I don't remember what we even jammed on. We jammed on like a few songs, And I didn't even, it was like after that, I didn't even think about it until like years later. I was like, wait a minute, I've actually fucking jammed with Axl Rose before. I remember that now.
A moment of clarity.
Yeah. Most people would like never forget that, and of course, that tells you what kind of condition I was in at that time.
I have a weird story. It's me and my buddy. We were stationed in the Army here at Fort Campbell, and on Friday nights we would come out here to Nashville, and we hung out at this one Irish pub. And there was this older kooky lady that always liked hanging out with us and liked our stories, and we did some Irish dancing with her and shit like that. And every so often, one of these cowboys would come up and tip their hat and go, "You treat her nice now." And we're like, "Hey, get the hell out of here. We're nice to everybody." Blah, blah, blah. Turned out to be, I didn't find out till years later that was June Carter Cash that we were dancing with. Johnny Cash's wife.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had no clue.
Damn, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, and it's like years later, my buddy that we were there with, he's the one that found out. He's like, "Hey, you remember that chick?" And you're like, "Yeah." And I started looking on the internet, and I'm like, "Oh my fucking God, it was her."
It's funny how that stuff happens, man. It's kind of a trip.
I got into a drunk fight with Hank Third way back before he was Hank Third, just when he was Shelton running around here. And it was like a ridiculous drunk fight. I was still in the Army at the time, and it was... It's like we were way too drunk to be fighting, but we were, and nobody actually got hurt or nothing. We were way too wasted for that shit, but that happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Nashville has it, man. I'll tell you what, metalheads are crazy and wild, but man... Dude, you gotta see some of these country guys are whacked.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, are you familiar with that project that Dimebag did with David Allan Coe?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, where he says cowboys do more dope than rock and rollers. That is fucking true.
Yeah.
And that is 100% true, man. Like. Whew.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy,
Because you think about like Motley Crue and stuff like that. You don't remember like Hank Williams Jr. and shit. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Those guys did some major partying.
Oh, they still are, man.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Not too many years ago, they had the Music Mafia with Hank Williams Jr. He'd be rolling around in a limousine, and if he liked your look or whatever, he'd pull over and he'd be drinking he'd got a case of Jack Daniels in the back of his Cadillac fucking limo and stuff. It's wild here, but you got to catch it when it happens, because it boom, it's like it happens and then it goes away. It's not a continuous thing.
Mm-hmm.
But man, when he's
being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, I remember I ran into the dudes from Jackass on downtown Nashville one night. It's just you never know who you bump into in this town.
Right.
So,
yeah, man, it's pretty crazy.
But yeah, you need to get your generation down out here and start playing these gigs out here.
Hopefully one day. I definitely would like to, for sure.
So, well, hey, we're going to wrap this up, but before we do, I need you to tell everybody where they can find out everything about Down Generation.
Down Generation, right now, you can, we are on Facebook. Just search Down Generation. It'll come right up. Facebook, we're on Twitter, Instagram.
Which one do you prefer?
Probably Facebook.
You prefer Facebook?
Yeah. I myself, I'm kind of like clueless as far as how Twitter works. So I let my singer handle the Twitter page because he seems to know more about it than I do.
Right on.
But we are in the process of building a website too. So
sweet. And the last thing I gotta get from you, is a bumper, man. So it's like, hey, this is Shakes from Down Generation, and you're listening to the Bearded Clam Show on metalheadradio.com. So whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hey, this is Jason Shakes West from Down Generation, and you're listening to the Bearded Clam Show on metalheadradio.com.
Fuck yeah, one shot, one kill, dude. You go into the Hall of Fame here.
One take. How do you like that?
Hell yeah, man. So, hey, we're going to get back to some music. We're going to play a double shot of Down Generation and stick around.
Oh,
and yeah, I got the MP3s here, and let me see. I can't read the we got Rest My Head.
Yep.
And what's the other one? We got Self-Destruction.
Yes,
so we're going to play a double shot of that coming up right after this on the Bearded Clam.
This is DJ Nova telling you to tune in to the Bearded Clam Show Friday nights at 8 on metalheadradio.com. Come jam out with your clam out.